There was a time when I sat there and cried and cried and cried to a moment that I didn't want to even cry no more. Like, I lost my mother at the age of 8. I now lost my father, like, recently, a couple of days. Losing all this, it hurts me. It really does, trust me. But the most important thing that I learned from this, that it still haunts me. I felt like that I was a disappointment. I felt like that it was something that I could have done. But when I realized it, I couldn't understand because it was already done. So I thought to myself, I can't believe it's happening. I lost my mom and now I'm losing my dad. So I sit there crying and crying in the waiting room and said to myself, this is what God wants. This is what He wants for everybody. He wants you to be strong. You don't gotta sit here and struggle with what happened because He controls all. And He told me He'll be fine. He told me He'll be okay. So that's when I took all my anger and pain and I drifted away. Alone that my father was a wonderful man. He never doubted me, not even once. The doubt that I had in myself, he thought greatness of me. My father was a beautiful man. A beautiful man that you could look up to. A man that you can like literally run to for all your troubles and needs. Because he was that type of father that everybody want to be. So I learned myself that I'm glad to be his son. I was happy to be his son as long as I had him. But now he's with his Father, the Lord. The one that needs him. He's with every family member he had that passed on beside him. Now that he is gone, I have a void in my heart. But I can feel this void because I know our bond would never be apart. And now that I feel like he's stress-free, happy, living his life to the fullest, I would never regret being his son or never regret him losing him. I felt like that what he did, what happened, was God's choice. God gave you the final road when it's time for you to go. He told you this is your time. You struggle a lot. It's your time to live your life until you know. He was gone. He left a hole in my heart, but our bond still holds. So I had to tell myself, he's in a better place. He's with my mom now. He's with everything that he wants to be. He got everything that he needs. And I sat there and I cried in peace. And the one thing that I could understand, why not me? Why am I the only one that understand what was going on with this? I understand that when it came down to it, it was something that I couldn't control. But losing my father, that was so out of control. Like, I didn't expect it. But what I didn't expect was that I would lose my father at that moment in time. Excuse me. It was so hard when I got that call that I damn near lost my mind. So I was happy that he's in a better place. But at the same time, I can't wish that he was still here so he can go through pain, suffering, and all. I love my father. Don't get me wrong, I love my father. But when God tell him it's his time to come home, then it's his time to go. I would never doubt my father, not one bit. But I know when God told him what was good for him, then it has to be that reason. It has to be a reason. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all understand if y'all going through something similar to what I did. I lost my mother and my father at a young age, because I'm 18 now and I lost my father, and I lost my mother when I was around 8 years old. And if y'all able to understand what I'm going through, then that's more reason y'all to share this video and pass it on to the next person who can relate to the video or relate to what they're going through, so they don't gotta be alone. I just hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please share it, subscribe it if you want.